90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, the Tuesday morning buzz. Good morning to everybody. I'm your host, Pepitone, joined with the rest of the Casper crew. Co-host Jake Goetz, segment host Emily McCormack, our sportscaster Tanner Price, and our newscaster Aiden Ivers. We have a show coming up for you today, as we always do. We are going to talk about so many things. Number one, we got stuff about troops being sent over to not Russia, but Ukraine. Tragedy strikes a soccer game, and we're going to be talking about a bridge being rebuilt. So get ready for a couple years of bad traffic. How is everybody doing this morning?
I'm doing
very well.
Pretty good.
That is awesome to hear. So before we begin, Aiden, take it away with the newscast.
Thank you, Kyle. Good morning, everybody. My name is Aiden Ivers, coming at you live from 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, New Jersey, with the newscast. In national news, the governor of New Mexico volunteers to be a substitute teacher from staffing shortages across school districts. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham of New Mexico launched an initiative to increase the number of teachers, including herself, stemming from the decrease of them from rapid Omicron cases. In statewide news, cars crashed into the same Ocean Township house within an 8-day time frame. 2 car crashes involving the same house took place this week. The first one involving minor injuries to those in the car, and the second one, luckily, involving none. And both times, both accidents, there was nobody in the house in question, so that's good. And in local news, a Newark man arrested after stealing 10 Range Rovers from a Bergen dealership. In September 2021, 10 Range Rovers were stolen from a Jaguar Land Rover of Paramus. And today, 8 of the 10 Range Rovers have been recovered, and the Newark man is in custody. And for today's weather, today is surprisingly out of the wintry ordinary, with a high of 43 and a low of 16. Wind gusts expected to blow around 10 to 15 miles, and the humidity is at 57%. And for Wednesday, we're looking at back to freezing temperatures with a high of 25 and low of 10 degrees. Thursday, we're looking mostly sunny with a high of 30 and low of 22. And Friday is looking snowy yet again with a 50% chance of downfall with a high of 35 and low of 25, which could also lead into the weekend with a high of 28 and low of 14 on Saturday and a high of 28 and low of 17 on Sunday.
Well, other than today, I'm not looking forward to the rest of the week. We got one good day, which is nice, but I can't wait till March when this is the standard.
Exactly.
But thank you, Aiden. And moving on to Tanner here. Tanner, what is going on in the world of sport ball?
After an insane conference championship weekend, the 4 remaining NFL teams now have to get set for their game that can punch a ticket to the big game. The 49ers are hopeful that star left tackle Trent Williams will play. He's listed as questionable, but x-rays were negative on a possible ankle injury. Whatever position he plays, Deebo Samuel took a helmet to the knee during the game versus the Packers, but he should practice Wednesday. The Rams are hoping to get Andrew Whitworth, Sebastian Joseph Day, Taylor Rapp, and Ernest Jones back. Is the GOAT retiring? After his divisional loss to the Rams, Tom Brady shed light on reports that he may retire. Multiple reports say that it is a very real possibility, and it is something to keep an eye on. There was good news for baseball fans yesterday. The MLB and MLB Players Association met yesterday to discuss the new CBA and plan to meet again today. Hopefully by next week, I'll be talking about trades and signings, not the lockout. The 2022 Hall of Fame class will be announced today. This is Barry Bonds' last year on the ballot, which him being in the Hall of Fame has been hotly debated since he was put on the ballot. The Rangers remained red hot as they beat the LA Kings 3-2 in a shootout. Rangers forward Chris Kreider scored his career-high 30th goal last night and currently leads the NHL as well. Adam Fox had the shootout winner. The record improves to 28, 11, and 4. Despite a fourth quarter comeback, the Knicks lost to the Cavaliers by a score of 95-23, and their record falls to 23 and 25.
Awesome. Thank you. And so for somebody who just referred to your segment as sport ball, when is the big game? Because I have no idea.
February 13th.
Okay. So coming up 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, 3 weeks.
Wow. Yeah, it sneaks up on me because I don't know.
Also, when I said star whatever position he plays, that wasn't me not knowing.
Right.
He's like played 30 different positions this season, so I didn't know what to put.
That's fair. But a helmet to the knee, jeez.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, exactly
That
that.
sounds like a Skyrim meme. Remember that? You
Yeah.
added to the meme.
We were all thinking it, but I don't know. I wasn't gonna say it. Anyway, shall we get into the top story?
Yeah.
Should.
Awesome. Cool. So our top story today is the U.S. orders 8,500 troops on heightened alert amid Russia worry. According to AP News, the Pentagon has ordered 8,500 troops on high alert Monday to potentially deploy to Europe as part of NATO response force amid growing concern that Russia could soon make a military move on Ukraine. Putting the U.S.-based troops on heightened alert for Europe suggested diminishing hope that Russia President Vladimir Putin will back away from a potential invasion of Ukraine. Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby said about 8,500 U.S.-based troops are being put on alert for deployment. It should be noted, though, however, they're not being deployed to Ukraine, but to a native territory in Eastern Europe as part of an alliance force meant to signal a unified commitment to deter any wider Putin aggression. Russia has denied all allegations of a potential invasion. They have said that Western accusations are merely a cover for NATO's own planned provocations. Recent days have seen high-stakes diplomacy that has failed to reach any breakthrough, such as peace talks that occurred just 4 days ago in Geneva, and key players in the drama making moves that suggest fear of imminent war. Biden held an 80-minute video call with several European leaders on the Russian military buildup and potential responses to the invasion. The president told reporters at the White House, "I had a very, very, very good meeting, total unanimity with the European leaders. We'll talk about it later," end quote. And it also should be noted that nobody has been deployed yet, but they are on high alert in case they
just
do.
preparing to for some sort of mobilization.
Yes. But what I want to point out is we mentioned the point that Russia has denied all allegations for potential invasions.
Oh yeah,
Why would they admit they were going to do that otherwise? It doesn't seem tactical to be like, yeah, we are going to invade them, just to give you a fair warning.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
all just like yeah, it's pretty obvious what they're up to, what they're doing. Like just putting around, like we're just putting them here, for safekeeping.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like no, you're not.
Exactly.
And it's I don't know. I feel like that sort of tone that they're taking with this is making the diplomatic like kind of aspect of it kind of looking just a bit more cynical.
Right. Yeah. Does anyone know like why Putin's doing this?
Honestly, I think the answer to that question is basically no. That no one really fully knows.
Yeah.
The leading kind of theory is that he's trying to reestablish the territory lost when the Soviet Union collapsed.
Oh, okay.
But like I don't know, it's just like a part of his like it's just like his ego, like just some arbitrary goal, just to like figure out like
Right. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Or it could just be there's also the thing about like NATO is that's another thing that they claim that NATO is expanding eastward, and they're worried about if Ukraine joins the European NATO, then they could that could be a site for missiles to attack Russia.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if they don't want Ukraine to join NATO, then they should probably not constantly be threatening to invade Ukraine. That's kind of why Ukraine is like, hey, NATO, can I get a little help here?
Very true.
So yeah, that's what's going on. You can't believe anything these people say.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, with that being said, according to Billboard, Cardi B wins a multi-million-dollar defamation verdict against malicious YouTuber. So, Jake, you were reminding me of exactly what happened a few months ago when Cardi B was in the news. That stuff she admitted to, right? I don't know if we can say it on air, though.
Oh, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that came about when she like just straight up said it on Instagram Live.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This is something completely different. This has nothing to do with that. So let me just read it. A federal jury on Monday sided with Cardi B on her accusations that a YouTuber named Tasha K waged a malicious campaign to hurt the superstar's reputation. The jury came to a verdict that the woman had defamed the rapper and awarded more than $1 million in damages to the star rapper. Following a 2-week trial that featured testimonies from both women, the jury returned the verdict that Latasha Kibi was liable for defamation and 2 other forms of wrongdoing over her YouTube videos and the other internet posts. Monday's verdict awarded Cardi B $1.25 million in damages, but the potential could end up being higher. Proceedings will begin today to decide whether Kibi owes additional punitive damages or whether she must reimburse Cardi B's legal expenses. Cardi B, whose real name is Belcalis Almanzar, sued Kibi in 2019 over dozens of videos that contained shocking claims about the rapper. The content of the videos made are so extreme, I don't even think you can say them on a late night show airing on HBO.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, look, I know ad revenue drops off in January or December, whatever month it was, but wow. This coming from somebody who doesn't even have 200 subscribers, so I'm gonna zip. But this isn't the first. Tasha K ain't doing something new here. Bashing superstars, celebrities. There's a reason there's a word for it. It's because it's been done before.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand what compels a person to do this.
Money.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
money is
Isn't this
pretty-
like the entire like premise of TMZ?
Although
Like
something
embarrassing
point.
celebrities, like this is like I don't know.
something that in this, I've seen people on YouTube and like other YouTube videos maybe do similar things. I don't know what she actually said in these videos, but you know, there's YouTube videos all the time talking about things that people may have done, and this is the first time that I've actually seen someone sue over it. This is the first time I've seen legal action taken against like YouTube videos or just social media posts in general.
That
Because
is
usually it's just something over maybe Twitter or something. They'll just go back and forth, and then eventually something gets settled. But this is the first time where I've seen it taken to a higher court. And
well, I think there might be some corporate involvement from like the industry saying, "Hey, we need to take care of this."
yeah,
And also, there's a lot of any news is what's the saying?
Any press is good press.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
So like, hey, Cardi B's in the news. Who's Cardi B? Let me look her up. Oh, she makes music. She just got more listens. So that could be part of why this is doing this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really insane. There was a really great video from the YouTuber Natalie Wynn who kind of talked about just how much of like when you really think about the type of content that's on YouTube, just how much of it is based off just like cringe content. And like,
Okay, listen, I don't
So,
need to
like
be called out, okay?
like I called the Terminator. Sorry.
I just said I didn't need to be called out.
Should we
And
just
that-
go back to like 2010 YouTube, please?
Yeah.
no, please don't do that.
Why? What's wrong with 2010 YouTube? What was 2010 YouTube?
Just
Nothing
Minecraft.
good.
Minecraft YouTubers, 'cause
All
that's what was cool.
nostalgia. Take off your nostalgia goggles, guys.
No.
2010 YouTube was bad.
Well, yes, 2022 is bad.
what?
Wait, did you say?
I said 2010 YouTube was
Okay,
bad.
I can't hear for nothing.
Y'all telling me y'all want to go back to watching Fred?
I mean,
Hey,
Fred!
I choose Fred
just
over
said-
Logan
no.
Paul.
you just said there's cringe on YouTube. It's full of cringe.
I mean, yeah, but like that's not new. That's not going to change by going
I
back
didn't
10
think that was
years.
cringe. I thought it was pretty cool.
No,
though.
but there might be less cringe, like
Yeah, and
calling
like
the
10 times more
Terminator.
Nazis. Like,
or fixing a Marvel poster. I'm a laughing stock here at the station.
but there's also content that's like intentionally cringe. Like cringe compilations are so popular.
Uh-huh.
I can't stand cringe content. Like that secondhand embarrassment, I cannot deal with. It's a big reason why I don't love The Office.
Yeah, no, The
'Cause,
Office
like,
is kind of tough to get through because of that.
Nobody is that. I get it's TV and it has to be exaggerated, but nobody's that stupid as they appear on The Office.
Yeah, I feel like you have to have a bit of a superiority complex to enjoy that type of humor. It's definitely very like I'm taking satisfaction in this other person's humiliation and misery.
That's not superiority. That's sadism.
I mean, yeah, but
Hey,
like,
yo.
isn't there a kind of component?
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
This is getting weird.
yeah, but no,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. So, do we go back to Cardi B or do we just move on? Because we totally got off course.
Bestie Cardi B.
I think it was pretty relevant. This is basically just cringe content regarding Cardi B.
With a bunch of $1 million attached to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that
and
part.
they got
Us-
sued for it. which is
Usually,
really
cringe
relevant.
content isn't as profitable, and I guess for Tasha it wasn't.
Well, in terms
but-
of YouTube ad revenue, I mean,
yeah, which once again I don't get. I'm not going on YouTube to remind me of what's going on in the world. I'm there to watch gaming or maybe like 25 things you missed in series X or whatever. Put in overdub some kind of whatever's popular right now. I don't know. But yeah, so YouTube. Not
all
a
right. Do you ever watch cooking videos, like food videos on YouTube?
actually Jared
Sometimes.
showed me a cooking channel, or at least as a joke, a joke cooking channel. But there was one video where it was like scrambled eggs, chive, and regret cheese, and I actually made it over the break several
really?
times. It was delicious.
That's hype. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. No. Cooking channels are some of the best stuff on YouTube.
Make of this show what you will. This was beautiful for me. This is 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I still am Kyle Pepitone, your host, with
Are
my
you, though?
co-host Jake Up Goetz, our segment host Emily McCormack, sportscaster Tanner Price, and newscaster Aiden Ivers. I'm done. Enjoy King's Chaos
I'm a
next.
potato.
Have a great day,
Have a good day,
everyone.
everyone.